Hi, this is the solutions to the quarter 4 benchmark review. Alright, this is for the review. This is the review for the test that's on Friday. Does a graph, number 1, does a graph of y equals negative 2x squared plus 7 have a maximum or minimum? Since the leading coefficient is negative, it's going to open down, and so the vertex is a maximum. Alright, since this is just the graph of y equals negative 2x squared shifted up 7 units, the vertex is at the point 0, 7, so the maximum is at y equals 7. Number 2, does the graph of y equals 1/2 times the quantity x plus 3 squared minus 2 have a maximum or minimum? Well, since the coefficient here is 1/2, that's positive, so that's going to open up. Remember the smiley face? So its vertex is a minimum. And the vertex, since this is in vertex form, is at -3, -2, which means the minimum value for y is -2. Alright, for number 3, we need to graph this equation. Y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3. For graphing this, we have two options. We can use that x equals the opposite of b over 2a, find the axis of symmetry, use that to find the vertex, or we could simply put y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3 into vertex form by completing the square. Subtract 3 from both sides, and then to complete the square, I'm going to leave a blank on both sides. Over here, x squared minus 4x, divide the negative 4x by 2 and get -2, then square it. So I need 4 to add a 4 on this side to complete the square, so I'll need to do that on this other side. I have to add the same amount to both sides to keep it fair. Y minus 3 plus 4 ends up being y plus 1 equals, over here, x squared minus 4x plus 4. I can factor that into x minus 2 times x minus 2, or x minus 2 squared. Alright, now to get the y by itself, to get it in vertex form, subtract 1 from both sides. Y equals x minus 2 quantity squared, and then subtract 1. So that means that the vertex is at 2, -1. Remember, the inside lies. Okay, so we're just going to graph that. Over 2, down 1. Okay, from there, since there's no coefficient in front, we don't need to make the table. We can go by the general pattern of the x squared. Over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4, back 1, up 1, back 2, up 4. Then draw the parabola. Make sure it's not pointy and that there are arrows at both ends. So that's the graph for number 3 of y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay, now number 4, write the equation of a parabola in vertex form with a vertex at -5, 2. In vertex form, y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Well, for this, the vertex is at hk. So all I need to do is put the 5 and -2 into an equation like this. So y equals, for a, we can just use a 1, so we don't need that, x minus h, which is 5 squared, plus -2, which is the same as -2. So that's an equation that will work for number 4. Number 5, same type of problem. It's just the vertex has to be at -7, 1, so we'll use that same general form. It's just for number 5, y will equal, well, we'll go with 1 for a again. X minus -7 is like x plus 7 squared, then plus k, which is 1. So that's the equation type you can have for number 5. Okay, number 6. Let's see if that's based on my paper anywhere here. Describe how the graph of y equals 2 times quantity x plus 9 squared minus 7 would differ from the parent function. Okay. Well, inside lies, so this plus 9 on the inside means it moves back 9. Okay. And back 9 is generally considered left 9 units. Okay, back to negative 9. And then this negative 7 at the end is what shifts it up or down. So negative 7 would move it down 7. Okay. Now the other thing, besides just the shift, is that this 2 out front, the leading coefficient, that will make it narrower. And it'll be a narrow graph compared to the y equals x squared, because the y values increase much faster. Alright, for number 7, find the x-intercepts of y equals x squared plus 6x minus 16. X-intercepts occur where y equals 0. Okay. On the x-axis, any point on the x-axis, y equals 0. So we set this equation equals 0. X squared plus 6x minus 16. I need to factor that. X and x, two numbers are multiplied to be negative 16, add to be positive 6, positive 8, and negative 2. So my two values for x. X plus 8, to make that equal to 0, x is negative 8. And for this, x minus 2, if x is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So my two x-intercepts are where x equals negative 8 and positive 2. If you need to put those in coordinate form, it'd be negative 8 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. Those will be the 2 points. Alright, I'm going to do the rest on the next video.